slippery though. I thought it was very graceful. I kind of like was sliding a little bit down, but it kind of scraped my knee just a
Now
little
see,
bit.
you're the second person who told me that just in the last couple days that they have fallen, and I'm already paranoid as it is when I'm outside. Like, and then inevitably Donnie will pull up somewhere and there'll be like a patch of snow, and I like get out the car and I'm like, wait, hold on, wait a second. And I don't care if I have the most sturdy shoes on with the best grip, I'm still scared. And it's the reason why is people like you.
Me. Yep.
Oh my goodness, but you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
All
fine.
right.
You know, just a little scrape there.
Oh, bless your heart. All right. Well, glad you're okay. Sorry about the fall. And unfortunately, there's still plenty of snow and ice still out there that we all have to be mindful of, both apparently not just driving, but walking as well.
Yeah, basically anything that kind of melted yesterday, it had the chance to refreeze overnight. We had those below freezing temperatures. So as you head out the door this morning, be aware there may be some icy spots on sidewalks, parking lots, and even on some roads and bridges. So just make sure to watch your step. Be careful as you head out the door. Now, otherwise for your Monday, though, definitely a cold start to the day, but also cloudy out there. We're not seeing that much sunshine in Roanoke right now. Fairly dry though. And currently though, it is 25 degrees in Roanoke, 29 in Lynchburg and Danville, and a cold 26 degrees in Blacksburg. We are warming up later in the day. Just keep in mind though, you're probably going to want that coat as you head out the door. Right now with our satellite and radar, we're staying pretty dry across much of the Commonwealth. We're not worried about any snow or ice falling from the sky, especially for the next several days. So that's kind of good in that sense. If you're just tired of the winter weather at this point, it's really going to be those winter-like temperatures that we're dealing with for the morning hours we're going to be dealing with for the week ahead. Now, high temperatures for today, not as chilly, but still going to be cooler than average for this time of year, with a high of 42 in Lynchburg and Blacksburg, 44 degrees closer to Smith Mountain Lake, 39 in Hot Springs, and 43 degrees in Roanoke and Galax. And while these temperatures are going to be cooler than average for your Monday and Tuesday, into Wednesday, we're starting to notice a little bit more of a warming trend. Actually, more seasonal temperatures in our forecast. More spots are going to be warming up into the 50s as we head later into the week. So with the Futurecast, though, Monday, probably going to see a bit more sunshine later in the day, but still going to be some variable cloud cover. Into Tuesday, staying dry, but definitely more clouds and sunshine. And then into your Wednesday, very much a mix of sun and clouds overhead. And you may notice off to the corner of your screen a little bit of that rain trying to work its way into West Virginia. And that's because we're going to have this front off to our west. It's going to try to make its way into the region as we head later into the week. Off and on showers are possible for your Thursday, and even into Friday, we're still looking at that chance for rain in the forecast. And that's going to be when it starts to taper off. It's later in the day on Friday, but this is going to be a rain event. We're not expecting much when it comes to any snow, sleet, freezing rain. If we do, it's going to be at higher elevations in portions of Pocahontas and Greenbrier counties. And the main reason we are not looking at any snow from this storm is because those temperatures, we're warming up into the 50s, even the upper 50s as we head into your Friday, but it's not going to last for long. Into the weekend, we're definitely looking drier, but also cooler with those high temperatures back in the 40s. Kiana?
Recently, we've heard stories of families trying to escape home fires, barely getting out alive with only the clothes on their backs. Our ability to get out of our homes during a fire depends on advance warning and advance planning. Today, we welcome our friend Chief Ted Anderson from the City of Martinsville Fire and EMS to tell us how we can plan safe escapes from our home in the event of fire. Welcome back, sir. It's great to have you.
Good morning. Thank y'all for asking me to come back. This is a great topic. Any time of the year, but especially right now.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yes.
It's interesting. My husband just 2 nights ago asked our youngest just randomly, Caden, what happens if we happen to have a fire? And he went through the plan perfectly. And I looked at him, I was like, we've already been through that. But you know what? It's always good to repeat and make sure everyone's on the same page. Because here's the thing, fire can spread rapidly through your home, leaving you as little as 1 or 2 minutes to escape safely once the smoke alarm sounds. So what would you say is the first step, even before you even get into the situation where there is a fire? What would you say that families should do to make sure that they are safe in the event there is a fire in your home?
Absolutely. And what your husband did, I commend him for that. I encourage more people to do it. We use the acronym EDIT, Exit Drills in the Home. So you want to get everybody on board. You want to have a meeting place that's far enough away from your home, but not in the way of the emergency vehicles that are coming in, and actually make a game out of it. You know, practice it, especially with your kids, and not only your kids, but if you have guests that come over, any of their friends, and just say, okay, there's a fire here. We need to all go out and meet at our meeting place. What that does, it gets everyone accounted for. You know how many people are in your home. And once you're safely out of the home, then you want to call 911. So first and foremost, everyone's lives that are within the home is what we're most concerned with.
Where would you recommend? So, of course, once you have that plan, the next thing obviously is smoke detectors. So, where would you recommend the best place you should have your smoke detectors installed?
Excellent question. I always like to ask that at groups, and uh, most people realize that one of the more likely place to have a fire in your home is your kitchen. So they're thinking the kitchen is the first spot you want them. Actually, that's a bad idea. You'll get what we call nuisance alarms, and people will get tired of them and then decide they want to take the batteries out. They're pretty useless. So our recommendation, you need to have at least one on each level of your home, and this is actually building code, and also one in each bedroom, because I'm sure we'll talk about later, sleeping and keeping the doors closed in your home, and then one outside of each bedroom. And what that does is, if you're sleeping with the door closed, which we try to encourage everyone to do it, the one out in the hall will alert you quicker if there were to be a fire that breaks out in your home. And we actually have a program, thanks to the American Red Cross, that our firefighters will come out and install them 100% free in your home. And these are alarms that you don't even have to replace the batteries for 10 years. They're good for the life of the detector, which is 10 years for any smoke alarm.
Fantastic. We only have about a minute left, but I want to make sure that we get across, in the event that there is a fire that breaks out in your home, what, beyond having a plan and knowing where to go, what's the first thing you should do? You mentioned about closing doors, but what should you do beyond getting out of the house safely? What would you recommend?
First and foremost, like I said, even if you don't think about closing doors, that's perfectly fine. First and foremost, make sure you get everyone out. Have a means to call 911 outside of your home, and try to think to shut the door on the way back out. But you're what's most important. Whatever you do, once you get out of the home, do not go back in. Unfortunately, I've had to work several fire fatalities in which they decided to go back in for something. Could have been a phone or keys or whatever. But that's first and foremost. Realize the fire, make sure everyone in the house is aware that there is a fire. Get everyone out, then call 911 from outside and let your local fire department do what they're trained to do.
I'm so glad that you said to call 911 once you're outside. I think sometimes folks make the mistake, call 911 while you're inside. Make sure you are safe and out of the home, and of course then call 911. Chief Anderson,
Absolutely.
always a pleasure, so helpful. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for getting the word out. I really respect and appreciate what you guys do. So anytime, we're glad to help you out.
We appreciate you. Thank you. And coming up next, how the Roanoke Symphony Orchestra is helping us celebrate Valentine's Day by transporting us to the romantic city of Old Vienna. Stay with us. With Valentine's Day just 2 weeks away, romance is in the air, and the Roanoke Symphony Orchestra wants to transport us to the romantic city of Old Vienna. The evening is called Vienna Valentine, and here to tell us more is Maestro David Stewart Wiley, the music director and conductor for the Roanoke Symphony Orchestra. Good morning. It's great to see you again.
Always wonderful to see you, Kiana.
So you guys are setting the mood and getting us all ready just a couple of days before Valentine's Day. Tell us what we can expect at Vienna Valentine the weekend before Valentine's Day.
Sure. Well, we have a tradition among many at the Roanoke Symphony Orchestra to find something fun and romantic and beautiful for folks to celebrate as they prepare for Valentine's Day. And this year our theme is Vienna Valentine. And I think about my first trip to Vienna and the wonderful dancers. And in fact, for this program, not only do we have the full Roanoke Symphony playing things like On the Beautiful Blue Danube Waltz and some other things, Radetzky March, which always gets the audience clapping along with it. But we have dancers. Pedro Salai, my wonderful colleague and friend from the ballet, is bringing some dancers. So they will be twirling and swirling at the front of the stage. And it's fun, it's beautiful, it's romantic. And the performances are Saturday night, the 12th of February, and Sunday afternoon. So there are two opportunities for people to come here, and it's some of my favorite stuff there. I have my keyboard here. May remember the tune. Beautiful, On the Beautiful Blue Danube Waltzes. It was actually featured in Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey. It was so popular, but great stuff, and hope folk come give it a try. We'd love to have you join the Roanoke Symphony.
Well, David, this sounds like an amazing way to celebrate the Day of Love. How do you all go about selecting what pieces will be performed? In this particular case, you know, obviously it's a Valentine theme. So how do you guys choose what will be part of the concert?
That's a great question. Well, as music director, I have the privilege of working with some of the most amazing musicians, staff, a community that continues to love and support the Roanoke Symphony Orchestra. And so I plan over a year in advance for these programs. I select pieces I think the audience is going to love and demonstrate the virtuosity, the great talent of our professional musicians. And this, centered around that Valentine's theme and Vienna theme, really made it a lot of fun. I picked composers and pieces that worked and lived in Vienna during the Romantic era. And there's a beautiful piece by Schubert. We'll do the Symphony Number 8, the Unfinished, that has a great melody. We used to joke in school, we put words to a piece that doesn't have words. This is the symphony that Schubert wrote but never finished. We always had a good laugh at that. But so those are pieces that I love. I've known for years. I actually saw the Vienna Philharmonic perform some of these in Vienna, and I said, we should do that here. We should do that in Roanoke, Virginia, and in Virginia's Blue Ridge. And so all of these pieces came together. I mentioned a march, Radetzky March. This is... and the audience always claps along with it. So it's a participatory kind of thing. And these are part of the planning that I all put in when I'm putting it together, and we make sure the schedule and the budget and the musicians are available, and then we present it to our beloved community.
I love it. All right, well, you have to mark your calendars, even if you're not looking for a Valentine date. This is great for anyone to come and enjoy. You have two opportunities, as David mentioned. How do we go about getting the tickets?
Sure. Well, you can call the Member One RSO box office at 540-343-9127, or anytime you can go online at our website, www.rso.com, as in Roanoke Symphony Orchestra.com, and you'll see the options. I do a free talk beforehand. The concerts are about an hour and a half in length, and there's an intermission, and it's fun and something for everyone to enjoy. So do take advantage. If it's been a while, it's beautiful, it's safe, everybody loves and has Always a great time. And we've been open for business this year at the Roanoke Symphony, for which we are very grateful. It's important we continue to provide great live performances for our region.
Well, we are so fortunate to have the professionalism, the caliber of musicians that you all are here in our region. And so, yes, by all means, go out, support the arts, and have a wonderful time while you do it. You have next Saturday night, that's February the 12th, and Sunday afternoon, a great way to spend a Sunday with the Roanoke Symphony Orchestra. David, as always, thank you, my friend.
It is a joy and a privilege.
And unique personalized gifts are available at this locally owned small business that's dedicated to personalization and whimsy. Find out where after the break. In 2009, two sisters and one sister-in-law opened a gift boutique unique to the Roanoke Valley. Gifts for all occasions, from babies to graduation gifts to wedding gifts and personalized treasures. Two and a Half Sisters has delighted shoppers for years. This past November, the quaint boutique doubled in size by moving to the Grandin Village. And with Valentine's just around the corner, this local small business has a little something for everyone on your list. Well, one of the three sisters, co-owner Lori Frohock, joins us this morning from their new location with some perfect gift ideas for that special someone or hard to shop for friend on your list. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, well, you're right on time because Valentine's Day is around the corner, and certainly your shop is perfect 365 days of the year. But I know that you have gifts for every occasion. But like I said, with Valentine's Day just 2 weeks away, what unique gifts do you recommend for the person who already has everything?
Well, for children or for your special friend, we do a lot of candy buckets. I think I have a few behind me here that we can do with kids' names on them, or we can also do it with items for a lady. We do lotions and hand sanitizers, bubble bombs, but we also do it with all types of candy or little toys for the kids. We also have a lot of jewelry. I'm wearing some of it. We do. Shawls and wraps, another one that I'm wearing here today. We have scarves, and then we have all types of brewmates and corksicles. So we have a little bit of everything.
I I am telling you all, they have everything and then
Mhm.
some. And I think this is a good time of year of just spreading love and surprising someone with a little something to say, hey, I was thinking of you, or you matter, or I appreciate you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship to
Right.
celebrate Valentine's Day. And you certainly do have a little bit of something for everyone that you could surprise someone with. Well, another cool thing about your business is that you all personalize items. So what can you customize, and how long does that process typically take?
Sure. So, like I was saying with the cups and a lot of the scout bags and the makeup bags you see behind me, we personalize those with vinyl and the buckets. A lot of those can be done same day, depending on what it is. If not the same day, then in a day or two. I also do embroidery on any of our fabric items or some of our bags that require embroidery. That usually takes a few days to a week. So, but we can personalize all types of items.
I love that. The customization always feels so special when you open a gift. It's like it's got my name, or if
Yeah.
there's a special quote or phrase that means something to you. So that is always a very unique gift, and so it's
Yeah,
great.
that's very popular for
Yes,
us.
great to know that you all are able to do that. All right, it's also great to know that you guys have a brand new space. You just a couple months ago opened up in the Grandin Village. Tell us about your new location, and
Oh yeah,
congratulations.
we love it here. We have a house that has a beautiful front porch that overlooks the whole Grandin Village. Um, we have different rooms like we had at our old store, but we have more space between them. So everybody who's been in loves the amount of walking space and moving space. And we do have all of our same items, but they are just displayed a lot nicer and people can see things. I think maybe that were tucked away in little corners before. So, and the Grandin Village has been so welcoming to us, all the retailers and all the people that live in the area. It's a wonderful walking neighborhood, but we do also have a back parking lot that you enter from the alley off of Maiden Lane. So it's easy access in and out.
Love that. So convenient parking, easy to see and grab all kinds of great finds to share some love with people that are in your life. And you also, speaking of having some love, if you have that pride like I do for the Valley, you all have some very cool, unique gifts when it comes to the area. Tell us a little bit about that real quick.
Sure, sure. We make a lot of custom items. We do lots of signs with Star City. We do Roanoke pillows, all different types. And we also do for the different, like Blacksburg, Charlottesville, Vinton, Salem. And we have a lot of coasters for Roanoke with the star on them or the H&C coffee sign. We have Grandin Village items. And we do also have ornaments. My sister, Carol, the lawyer in the family, does in her spare time. She makes photo ornaments of a lot of the Roanoke landmarks. So we have those as well as Virginia Ornament Company brass ornaments that we sell.
Well, by all means, guys, you have to check them out. They're located on Grandin Road, 1405 Grandin Road, a very quaint blue house that you cannot miss, and you do want to swing by there, support this local business, and surprise a special one in your life with a great and unique gift. We are so happy, and again, congratulations on the new move, and thanks for joining us today.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Have a good day.
You too. And get ready for some family fun this weekend. Free arts and crafts plus entertainment celebrating the Lunar New Year awaits you this Saturday at the Taubman. All the details later on in the show. Stay with us. Good morning. Welcome back to Living Local. I'm Kiana Price.
And I'm Kara Thompson.
Kara, I know we talked at the beginning of the show about your weekend and you had a little bit of a trip. Well, I had a different kind of trip.
Yeah, I was going to say your trip sounded a bit better.
I had a different kind of trip this weekend. Was able to get away for the first time in like 2 years to see family up in Northern Virginia, D.C. area. My favorite cousin celebrated a birthday, so we got to go and celebrate her, surprise her for her birthday. And then Donnie said yesterday, he's like, you know what, let's go check out the Smithsonian or the National Museum of African American History and Culture. We had been wanting to go forever, so finally got to go. And man, what an extraordinary museum. I mean, everyone has said it's beautiful.
It looks huge.
Oh, it is huge. It took us 4.5 hours. We still didn't get through the whole thing, but it's beautiful. I highly recommend for everyone to check it out. It is free. You do need to get a ticket, but man, it was something special to experience. That one picture right there, that is my cousin Larry James in the Olympics. Yeah, so it was kind of cool, like my cousin's in this museum. I took the picture, I text mom, I was like, hey, look. Looking at our cousin. So it was a nice spontaneous weekend and a lot to celebrate, and it was a beautiful time. So I'm glad we got to get away and enjoy that time together and learn a lot and have some fun. So all right, well, another cold day for us, it seems like, and we could really use some sun to melt some of the snow and ice out here.
Yeah, just a little bit of sunshine can go a long way, but for today, we're kind of stuck with this stubborn cloud cover for now. May see a little bit more of that sunshine as we head later into the day, but at least for the time being, we're staying dry out there. Taking a quick look outside, this is New Freedom Farm in Buchanan. We still have some of that snow and ice on the ground from what we saw more so Friday and then heading into early Saturday morning. The thing is that we are worried about refreezing. Last night we had below freezing temperatures, and any of that moisture that was left behind has refrozen in some spots. So just make sure to watch your step as you head out the door. We are dealing with some icy spots on sidewalks as well as parking lots and roads and bridges. So be careful out there. But really overall, satellite radar, not much going on here in the Commonwealth. We do have the stubborn clouds, but we are staying dry for the time being, and that's going to be the case at least for the next few days. Now, as you head out the door, definitely want to bundle up. It's 23 degrees in Hot Springs, 21 in Floyd, 30 degrees right now in South Boston, and 27 degrees in Wytheville. But by the afternoon hours, we're warming up into those 40s. Still going to be cooler than average for this time of year, with a high 45 in Martinsville, 42 in Lynchburg, and also expecting a high 42 degrees in Blacksburg. But we're actually looking at a warming trend as we start to head more so towards the latter half of the week. So I'll get into that in just a bit. Futurecast, though, not much going on. We are seeing that chance maybe for a little bit of sunshine later in the day. Could see some places with those mostly clear skies. Before your Tuesday, we're generally looking at anywhere from partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions overhead. Now, continuing to Wednesday, it's going to be much of the same. A mix of sun and clouds at times. Sometimes we're seeing more sun than clouds and vice versa. But what we're really going to be keeping our eyes out for as we head later into the week is our next chance for some rain. We're going to have this front that's going to be off toward the west. We are looking at the chance for some off and on showers for your Thursday, but then Thursday night into Friday morning, that's when I think we're looking at the bulk of that moisture making its way into the region. This is mainly going to be a rain event for us here in southwest and central Virginia. If we do see that chance for a little bit of rain snow mix, that's west facing slopes of Pocahontas and Greenbrier counties. The main reason this is going to be a liquid all rain event is because we're actually looking at some milder temperatures in the forecast. Now, at this time, rainfall total is not too impressive, but I do believe there is a chance we could see some areas seeing up to an inch of rainfall. So we'll continue to keep you up to date as we head later into the week. But otherwise, with your 7-day forecast, we're staying pretty dry up until Groundhog Day, which is on Wednesday. Now, our mildest temperatures are going to be for your Thursday and Friday, with that front making its way closer to the region. Once the rain's out of the picture this weekend, definitely looking drier, but also cooler outside with those high temperatures once again in the 40s. Well, stick around, everyone. The time right now is 9:35. We'll be back with more Living Local.
Let your family's creative skills shine this winter at the Taubman Museum of Art's Family Fun Days. The Family Fun Day is held every second Saturday of each month and features a cool new theme, this month's theme being the Lunar New Year. Well, here to tell us about all the fun the kiddos and their families can have this Saturday is Cindy Peterson, the Executive Director of the Taubman Museum of Art. Good morning.
Good morning. It's exciting to be here and talk about our Family Fun Days at the Taubman Museum of Art.
Yes, yes. So it's perfect timing because we just spoke with Lisa Spencer from Local Colors about the Lunar New Year that's going to be taking place there with you all. And so we know that it's in collaboration with you guys and you're taking care of our young ones, but would you say that the Family Fun Day is just for the kids? Because I have to be honest, I've gone to a Family Fun Day and I enjoy it just as much as the kids. Who is it for?
I agree. And this is a special one in February on Saturday, February 5th. And from 12 to 2, we'll have the performances, as you said, going on in collaboration. We're in our 13th year, so it's exciting to be able to continue to host that opportunity for the Lunar New Year. And we have lots of activities, not just for the children, and they'll be spread out throughout the museum. And so there's plenty of room to create, and it's the Year of the Tiger. And I have some examples with me. So we have a tiger finger puppet.
Cute. Is it? And I bet you that T is not just for tiger. I have a feeling that T's there might stand for the Taubman, maybe.
You are correct. Good observation there. And then, a bookmark is always great because that also, really promotes literacy and learning. That is a critical skill, and we always promote that within it and collaborate with our libraries here in the city and county. And then a noisemaker. So this is a fabulous one within our Asian communities, and being able to create that and take that home with you. And then a tiger mask. And that, as you know, is fun for all ages in terms of that creation and the purposeful play as you continue with your family.
So Cindy, I'm hoping that mask that just is absolutely beautiful all on its own, it's already drawn, correct? We just color and cut it out. Please tell me that, yes?
That is correct.
Okay,
that is correct. So, there's different, always different grades of levels that you can get involved in when you come to the Taubman Museum of Art, and really that creativity, but also, working together. So that's wonderful to have children and families come out, enjoy all the performances. We always love the dragon coming down the staircase into our public space, but also learning more about Lunar New Year, how it's celebrated, the cultural traditions, and welcoming our neighbors and families here in the Roanoke Valley and beyond.
Absolutely. So the activities that you just showed us, is that taking place throughout the day, or when can we take part in all the fun that you just shared with us and showed us?
Yes, it'll take part. It'll be open throughout the day. Our hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, February 5th. So come in, enjoy before the festivities start with the performances, and then enjoy afterwards as well.
And for those that are interested in attending on Saturday, tell us about how admission works.
So we have free general admission. And thanks to AAP Foundation, and this celebration is part of that free general admission, really celebrating our community. So there is no admission charge. You can enjoy the festivities of the musical components and dance and singing, and also that historical component. But all of the activities that I presented are part of that accessibility and for the community. It's all complimentary.
Well, it's a wonderful way to enjoy and learn, as you said, about other cultures, and just have a good time with your friends and families. All right, well, put that on your calendar, guys. This coming Saturday, celebrate the Lunar New Year with some fun activities the entire family can enjoy. Cindy, thank you.
Thank you.
And Thomas Jefferson's Poplar Forest is hosting winter weekends where you can take self-guided tours of this historic property. After the break, learn how you can enjoy this piece of history in the winter. Poplar Forest is Thomas Jefferson's personal retreat and plantation. Its mission is to explore Jefferson's enduring legacy and to tell the stories of the free and enslaved people who lived and worked at Poplar Forest. Well, after a short winter break, Thomas Jefferson's Poplar Forest is open on weekends, invited to explore Jefferson's Villa Retreat on an hour-long docent-guided group tour. Elise Paysant joins us this morning to break down what we can expect these next few winter weekends. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you guys are we're all well into winter, but you all have winter weekends that are happening every Saturday through March 13th. So tell us a little bit more about what we can expect during these next few Saturdays.
Sure. So normally with winter weekends, it's a little bit of a more laid back experience to a degree. People can explore the grounds at their own pace. Right now, because of COVID precautions, we're not offering guided tours with docents, but we do have a self-guided app that's available. And it is the same tour. It's just led by your phone. And so you really get to experience the grounds at your own pace. There's no one rushing you out of the house. You get to take your time in both the main level and the lower level and around around the surrounding grounds and property. Right now with winter weekends, we're open every Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, when we end winter weekends in March, on March 12th, we'll be having our opening weekend day of fun where we'll have some book talks by author Stephen Smith. He'll be discussing his book, Escape from Monticello. And we'll also have historic candy talks led by Susan Benjamin. She's the founder of True Treats Historic Candy. So people who attend those talks will also get a candy bag to kind of experience some of the candies that she's talked about, as well as some hands-on history activities led by Poplar Forest staff. And then the last day of winter weekends, March 13th, that Sunday, we have an opening weekend trail hike led by our Director of Archaeology and Landscape, Dr. Eric Brogstein. And so that's around 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So it's a little bit of a longer hike, but it takes you through the grounds and areas of the property that you don't normally get to see on general admission days.
So I'm going to take a step back about the app that you mentioned. And so I'm going back to when I was, I don't know, maybe in high school, I went to some museum and you had like a CD player and headphones for a guided tour. So now through technology and maybe a few years later, things are a little more sophisticated and you can now just download the app on your phone. Tell us how that works.
Yes, so you can go to your app store on your phone and download Thomas Jefferson's Poplar Forest, and that will take you to our app. We also, when you arrive at our museum shop to check in, we have QR codes there that you can scan, and everything, it's actually kind of run by Bluetooth. So talking about technology, we have sensors in the house. So as long as you enable the app to have access to Bluetooth on your phone, it will actually pick up which room of the house that you're in, and so it'll change the information for you. And then we do encourage people though to bring headphones just in case there are other people in the house at the same time. Sometimes the sound tends to kind of reverberate, and so having those headphones in just makes it better for everyone. But it is all very advanced, especially with the Bluetooth and it knowing where you're moving through the house. It's very helpful.
Well, how cool is this collaboration of history and technology working well together? Well, if anyone is interested in finding out how they can take part in these winter weekends, where can they go for more information?
They can visit our website at poplarforest.org, and I strongly recommend that, especially with right now not having docent guided tours. We are checking COVID cases weekly in the area, and so if things start to look a little better and safer for our docents to re-enter the property, then we will be updating our website to let visitors know when we'll be going back to guided tours as well. So poplarforest.org or calling our museum shop.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for letting us know. It's a great way to spend a Saturday in these cooler months.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me again.
It's our pleasure. And we'll be right back with more Living Local. All right, before we go, special announcement this morning. You know, for the past 3.5 years as the host of Living Local, we have featured stories that are close to your heart and mine. The stories we have highlighted feature the amazing people who live, work, and make Southwest and Central Virginia the fantastic place that it is. It has been my hope, my passion, my mission to bring you information that features what makes living and working here a little bit better, maybe a little bit easier. Well, together we have traveled to the mountains, rivers, and quaint downtowns while highlighting small businesses, amazing food, eclectic artists, and vibrant cultural centers that make Virginia's Blue Ridge an amazing place to live and work. Having said that, it's with a heavy heart that I share that next Friday, February 11th, we'll broadcast our last Living Local show. Good Day Virginia, led by the amazing Charmaine, Amanda, Kara, Hazel Marie, and new to the morning team, Evan Johnson, will fill the 9 to 10 a.m. hour with their beautiful smiles and news that you can use. In the meantime, my amazing production team and I are planning to give you the best final 2 weeks of shows that we can put on the air. As for me, I'm not leaving this valley. My family is here, my roots are here, and I look forward to continuing to serve this beautiful community that raised me. So if you see me out and about, please stop by and say hello. I loved every minute of creating this show for you, and I will miss you all dearly in this capacity. So in the meantime, we have some incredible shows lined up for you this week and next week that you're not going to want to miss. So be sure to join us from 9 to 10 for the next couple of weeks for some amazing Living Local, fantastic creations. All right, that's all the time we have this morning, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow at 9. Take care.